Hampshire. Whenever this is traveling around the country doing comedy, no one outside of New England knows where the fuck New Hampshire is. Like, I tell people, I'm like, oh, I'm from New Hampshire. And they say, oh, you're Canadian. It's like, no, I'm from the state that 69's Vermont. Well, they have butt fucked by me. Like, geographically, that's what the map's doing. Massachusetts sits below, catching it all. It's all that tax-free jazz. Like, that's... But then I mentioned, like, Massachusetts, and they're like, oh, you're, like, from, like Boston, you're from Boston. It's like, yeah, I have to lie and tell people I'm from Boston, which is a very New England thing to do. Like, how many times has someone said, like, yeah, I'm from fucking Boston? It's like, oh, yeah, which part? Bangor, Maine? I was like, oh, you're from the New England states? Like, where's your accent? It's like, no one talks like that. But if you give me 5 fucking Bud Lights, dude, I'll show you a wicked accent. Like, that's all it takes. Like, you put 5 Bud Lights in us and everything out of our mouth is just like, fucking dude, fucking wicked, fuck dude. Right? That's all it is. And we swear. We swear so much. Like, only in New England can you tell a woman she has a wicked set of fucking tits and she'll say thank you. You can't do that anywhere else. Except here. We swear for emphasis. I can't help it. I have friends who, like, are comedians who've been on TV and they're like, dude, Lavallee, you'll never get a TV spot by swearing that much. And I'm like, fuck you. Like, see, you just did it. It's like, I can't help it. They taught me that in kindergarten. Like, that's how we speak. But we swear for emphasis. Like, that's it. Like, I had a buddy the other day who was like, dude, you know what I love? I was like, what's that? He's like, I love Bill fucking Murray. I was like, okay, well, you just perfectly described 2 dudes having sex. And I can get behind it. Like, I can get behind that. We swear for emphasis. But oftentimes we precede it by the word but when we do that. When we're swearing for emphasis, and that gets us in a lot of trouble. At a party, someone's like, oh, dude, I was gonna get some more beer, but fucking my sister. What? I usually just use, like, cash or credit card, but you're doing that to Stacy. Which part of Vermont are you from? I told my dad tonight, I was like, Dad, you should come up to Vermont. Come see me and Jenny Zagrino. And he was like, yeah, we're going to, but fucking your mother. What? I was like, Dad, you know, you were swearing for emphasis, but it sounded like, he was like, nah, that bitch is from Massachusetts.